This is Smooth Actual from Bad Knees Battalion. Thought I'd do a start off gameplay of 7 Days to Die, pre-gen map. We're going to be focusing on day one plan as a start off. Just gonna walk through um, what needs to be done or what you should be doing from day one as you spawn into the map, random location, um, no clothes, no gear, no weapons, nothing but your will to survive, I would say. As we start off, what I would say is the the main objective from day one should be and should always be is step one, survive. Step two, also survive. There's nothing more to it to other than that, to be quite honest. Um, and of course, who's dying first? So it's gonna be it's gonna be fun. It's fresh, it's new. See how it goes. So yeah, let's spawn into random location. Right, straight off the bat, I am on a hilltop next to a smallish building structure. Okay, by the looks of it, we have a note that we need to read. In order to do so, press the tab and then select the bottom menu, select the note, and you can just use it. Right, so what we have is just a friendly reminder that you pay on time every time or there will be consequences. Next time we won't be so nice. Thanks for the gear, but you still owe us. See you soon, the Duke. Alright, a bit of threatening there, but let's go. That's red. Let's see what we have in our inventory. Nothing other than water, one can of chili, one bandage, first aid at least, and a torch. Right. So I take it, let's get cracking. So, from what I understand, let's get some stones because we do need to create at least a axe. So you have some objectives as to start off with. Press the tab button again, and then you go over to your challenges, which is at the top. Challenges, as you can see on the basics of survival, the first row are the challenges that you need to complete as soon as possible, because these will give you some of your gear that you are going to need as you progress further into the game. First challenge, you read we obviously we read the tutorial message, and we just redeem that challenge. Next, we'll have is we need to gather plant fibers, gather wood, gather some small stones, 5 thereof, and then once we have that, we should be able to can craft a axe, a stone axe at least. So let's get going. Let's get let's gather some plant fibers and some of the stones. We've collected 2 already. So plant fibers, let's just punch it. 6, we get 10. Okay, so at the top right we can see gather plant fibers. We have collected 10 of 10. Next, let's move on to the gather small stone. So we have 2 already. Let's just see as a nest. Let's see what we have in here. Okay, I'm not gonna need eggs right now. We're going to need feathers for stone arrows. which is something that we're definitely going to need. So let's look for some more stones. The music is very eerie. I'm not liking it, but let's go. That's 4 of 5 stones collected. Ah, there's another one. Fifth one. Right, so we have 5 stones and we have 10 plant fibers. Let's just browse around. Do we see any threats? Any zombies? Nothing. Right, let's move on. Next, get some gather wood. So to gather wood, let's see if we can use the torch. Let's shuffle through the menu, get the torch, see if we can use the torch to knock some of the wood. Right. That's not going to work. As you can see, the top right it says gather resources and use your fists. So let's put that away and let's start punching the tree. Right. It's 2 wood, 3 wood. It's gotta hurt. Doesn't do much damage hitting with the fists though. Must take forever by the looks of it. Get out of 5 wood of 10. Gotta keep looking around you because they could at any given time just creep up on you, won't hear it, and next thing you know, you're dead. Right, so let's keep cracking. 7 of 10. 8 of 10. Almost there. One last one. There we go. Right, let's hit the tab. We can now craft a stone axe, as you can see, with the trophy next to it, indicating that we can. Next we click the craft. And we now have a stone axe there. I think let's also at the same time craft a bedroll, because we are going to need a sleeping location so that in the event that we do die we can spawn back to our bedroll. That's very important. So let's go ahead and craft a bedroll. It's 1. Let's as well, since we have enough wood and plant fibers, let's craft a primitive bow. Right, challenge craft bow is complete. Right, so let's go back to the challenges and let's select and redeem all the ones that we have completed. That would be the wood, crafting a stone axe, crafting a bow. Right, now let's get some more plant fibers because we are going to need to craft some clothes, primitive clothes I would say, because that's the only option we do have at this moment in time. Let's get some fibers as much as possible. You can never get enough fibers, so if you can, straight off the bat, get us any chance you do get it out in an open field, gather some fibers because they are extremely useful. They are needed in order to craft cloth. Cloth is another primary asset that you're going to need all throughout the game for many crafting tool sets. So let's have a look. Right, let's get some more wood. Should go a lot faster now, other than using our fists. Let's continue, because we're going to need to craft some storage boxes as well as wooden blocks, so that in the event we do need to set up a perimeter to protect us for and prepare for later tonight. One thing just to remember as well, at night the zombies, they run and do not walk. So all throughout the course of the day, most of the zombies, the non-ferals, they walk instead of running after you and chasing you. The ferals, however, they do chase you. They don't play around, they do not make any jokes. The moment they see you, they smell you, they'll start chasing you. And this early in the game, like again, we don't have the weapons, we don't have the security to keep us safe. Let's see what's untouched. Let's see what's in the nest. Ah, more feathers. Let's gather them. Right, so let's see if we can craft some stone arrows. Only 3. That sucks, but okay, let's do that. We are going to need more arrows. So more feathers is ideal. So whenever when you are running around and you're scavenging, looting, and in the open grass and there are these bird nests, check them. You're going to need the feathers that you get from them. They also provide good eggs that you can cook, boil, and at least you can have that to eat. Right, let's get some more stones. Let's get some more wood. It's gonna take forever. I want to actually have a look and see what is in this small building. So, I mean, when you're starting off in the early stages of the game, it's always good to try and loot any small building structures within close proximity to you. They should have some really good loot. Although, do bear in mind, there is most definitely zombies asleep within the structure. So when you do enter cautiously, and then try and take them by surprise. So we are going to enter the structure. I see there's an opening in the wall, so we can potentially go in that way as opposed to going up the stairs and potentially making some noise. It's another bird's nest. Right, I don't want the eggs, I just want the feathers. Ah, there's another one. I don't want the eggs, I just want the feathers. Some more stone. Right. It's cars. Right, so the vehicles, these are untouched. We can loot them. So let's have a look and see what they do have for us. Right, so it has a vehicle adventures book 1. Right, so collect as many books as you can. Also, speaking into whatever strengths that you do want. These will come in handy because the more books you get, the more abilities to craft vehicles you will achieve. So let's use that, read it, we'll unlock that. Also have 2 repair kits, quite useful, and 2 springs. Let's just take those for now. Let's drag that over. For now, use it. What we don't need for now to save storage space, we don't need pine seed at this moment in time. So let's just get rid of that for now. Right, so here's some more log woods. Better than trees is the chop. So let's just get this going. so we can get some more wood in our inventory, because we are definitely going to need it later in the game. Ah, another nest. Right, let's go. Okay, some trash pile over here. They also do hold some nice loot sometimes. Iron we don't need. Okay, suppose we can take the iron. What you can collect at the early stage and keep gathering, keep them, because once we get to the trader, we can sell them to get some Duke coins back, and then we can potentially buy food, some water, whatever we do need at this early stage. And there's some money as well. We do not need the nails, so I'm just going to ignore the nails. Right, it's another pile over here. Right, don't need hop seed at this moment in time. Short iron pipes are useful because they are needed for pipe guns and weapons, rifles. Cement we don't need at this moment in time, so let's get rid of that. Okay, so this is unlocked. Let's open that up. No one there. Check the pile. Okay, these on the floor, these are kind of traps, because the moment you step on them, it will alert the zombies that you or someone is here. So try and remove it, as when you do see them or in your path, so you just knock them away. Most of the time it's 3 knocks. Almost thought I heard a footstep. Right, see what's in here. Oh, we have a shovel. Let's go. More short pipe, and we definitely need some cloth. Okay, there's definitely something in here. Ammunition. 9 more ammunition. Awesome. We don't need metal spikes. We don't need gunpowder at this moment in time, because we can't craft any ammunition at this moment in time. There's almost certainly a zombie in that closet over there, so let's clear this over here. Clear this over here. Before we go up, just want to have a look and see in the trash. Oh, nails, useless. Right, let's have a look. Well, I was mistaken. A medical cabinet. Right, so we have a sewing kit. We don't need a sewing kit at this moment in time. So we got some glass, broken glass in our inventory. Let's get rid of that. Try and keep your backpack storage minimal, because that does impact your movement and your run speed. So try and move that. As you can see, these bottom 2 rows are when it looks like that, it means that we do not have the full backpack capacity available to us. We need to unlock some pack mule perks, so that these can be unlocked, and so that these are available to us for additional storage as we go along. 40 bites are good. Damage mitigation plus 40% gives you some water, well, actually minus 20% water, which means if you do take it, you're going to be thirsty. So let's grab that. Aloe cream can be used as a healing for certain abrasions, also stopping bleeding if you are attacked by a zombie, it can be used with a bandage to basically close off that wound. So let's take that and add it to our inventory. Right, let's see what else we have here. 7.62 ammo, 5 rounds. Right, it's gonna be useful. Hopefully we're gonna be getting a firearm soon. Right, so this is a passing gas sealed shipment crate. So these most of the time have books within them. So let's go ahead and crack that open and see what's in the box. What's in the box? Let's go. Huh, more repair kit. That's awesome. We have a wheel early. We don't need oil shale. Oh, I'm hearing a chicken outside. That's what I heard. We don't need rocket launcher parts. We definitely need wood. Right, I think we are done over here. See nothing there. Right, let's see if we have any challenges that we have completed that we can collect on arrows. Let's go. We do need to harvest more small stone. Okay, so we need that still. We need clothes. Let's see if we can craft some clothes. Let's go to the building over here. Nope. Let's go to the armor. Primitive clothes. Right. Let's see if we can craft all 4 of these. Let's craft that one. See if we can craft the hood. Craft the gloves. And we're definitely gonna need shoes. Craft shoes. Right. Time to wear our primitive outfit. That looks ridiculous, but okay, it's all we have for now. So wear, select and wear, select and wear, and select and wear. Right, let's go back to the challenges because we now need to redeem those that we have completed. Redeem and redeem. We need to craft a wooden club. Let's see if we have enough wood for a wooden club. Let's go back. Wooden club, yes we do. Let's craft that. Nice. Back to challenges and let's redeem that wooden club. Right, so all we now need to do is the harvest 5 small stones, and then we would have completed the first basics of survival. So let me select that and we can track the status of that. So we track it, it'll select it, pop up on the top right. It has 0 or 5, so as we collect, it'll indicate to us how many we still need and how much we already have collected. Right, so let's get cracking along. Let's move up to the second floor. Let's crawl. Need to be cautious of the time as well. I suspect we're going to clear this house structure and we can utilize this as a safe place to sleep for the night. I think it's going to be our best option at this moment in time. So let's have a look and see what's in the bathroom. Okay, see what's in the toilet. Paper. Okay. Cabinet. I don't want bone at this moment in time. That's it. Let's close it again. Let's have a look and see what else is in the cabinets. Maybe some food. Coffee beans we don't need. Potato we could eat. fruit. Good. Awesomeness. Some trash at the top of the cupboard. More nails. Let's get rid of that. We definitely don't need that. Food pile. Can of peas. Okay, that's gonna be good. Let's add some items to our belt bottom so that it alleviates it from our backpack. Right. We don't need the broken glass once again. Okay, see what's on the desk. A Forge Ahead book. This allows us to craft certain items once we do have a workstation. So that's something we need to build towards as well. So let's use that. It's done. Okay. Ground floor cleared. Oh, there's something in here. Let's have a look. Home booking. Home cooking weekly. Learn to cook dozens of amazing meals and become a master chef. Let's go. Another cabinet. Some more can of cat food. Not ideal, but it's gonna sustain us. Let's see what's in the satchel. Glue. Glue is good. We can use that. Another potato. Awesome. Right. First ground floor cleared. Second floor cleared. Let's have a look and see. Right. See what's in the nightstand. Some more paper. Medical supplies. Another medical journal book. Awesome. Let's read that. And then we have steroids. Steroids are good because it allows, and the carrying capacity is 50, so it does weigh a lot. It does increase your run speed plus 10%, which is good. However, it does reduce your water by 30, which means when you do take it in, you're going to be thirsty thereafter, and it does last for about 12 minutes. Painkillers are good. Let's take that. In the event we get a headache. Right. Cloth insulated armor mod. That is good because that keeps us warm when it does rain and it's cold at night, because that the rain and the cold mechanics, it does affect you. So that is good. Let's take that. Now the first aid, let's take that. We don't need a sewing kit, and we have more ammo. Let's go. Right. Nothing else. Oh, there's a door. Let's see what we have. Can we climb up here? Yes, we can. Slowly. Okay. We have that. Okay, so what we need to do, repair the door. Repairing the door or anything with a hammer or a stone axe, you right click and it will repair the door like as just did there. Next, let's go down. We do want to secure this hole. So this is bad. So what we're going to do, we are going to use craft some wooden blocks. Well, let's first create a storage container or a storage box, I would say. Right, I'm just going to create a wooden storage crate. We can store some items in there instead of running around with it in our inventory. And as you can see, our backpack is overloaded. which is going to affect us. Let's place that on our belt. Let's toggle to the storage. Let's place it at the top. Click enter into it, and right, so we first want to do is we want to hit tab, select the character icon at the top, and then select the primitive outfit, and then click modify. That allows us to add the insulated armor mod to our primitive outfit to keep us warm. It doesn't fix or entirely keep us warm, but it does help. So click complete, and that's done. Next, let's click back into our storage container. We don't need the wheel with us. We don't need the iron with us at this point, nor the strings. Let's save the short pipes there as well. Money we don't need on us now. Paper can go there. Scrap polymers can go there. We don't have a weapon, so we're not going to need the ammo at this moment in time, nor the glue. That we can keep, that we can keep. We don't need all these food with us, so let's leave the potatoes over there. That we can use. That we can leave. Let's leave one banana over there, and then next place the bedroll in our bolt line, and let's place our bed over there. Oh god. Oh. Not able to. Ah, there we go. Bedroll is done. Next, what we can do is create, if we can, is craft a land claim block. Are we able to? Let's have a look. Search land claim block. We need more small stones, right? Let's that back. We don't need the rotting flesh. Old sham sandwich. Be cautious about that because it can make you sick. We don't need the buckshot right now. Close the door. Okay, let's see if we can get some more stones, because we definitely need more stones. See if we can get an ISV from the top over here. See what we are actually working with. Weirdly enough, we haven't come across any zombies as yet, so maybe it's just our luck at this moment in time. But I'm pretty certain that luck is going to run out. Let's have a look at this. Wood, we don't need brass, we don't need nails right now. Some stones, let's go. Stones. Feathers, awesome. Right, it's one. Forgot. We should actually be breaking the stones and not picking them up. So the challenge is to break them. So it's 2 of 5 to make smaller stones. 3 of 5. Right. Let's do this. Get some more stone this way. not seeing any threats at the moment. See if we can get, whoop, and our stone axe needs repairs. We select it and we'll get the options to repair as long as you have small stones in your storage. You'll be able to repair, so that's fine. We have repaired that. We're now able to craft a land claim block. Let's craft that. What the land claim block does, let's just complete this quickly. Cool. What the land claim block allows us to do is to claim the our cabin that we are going to be occupying. Oh, stamina working against us. Right, so what we want to do is ideally we want to place the land claim block at the top, potentially, if we can get there. Oh yes, we can. Right, so let's do this. Place the land claim block on belt. We then select its over there, and you can press on it, click on it, and show the bounds. The bounds will highlight the green, which is the area for which zombies cannot spawn in, which means anywhere inside of the green location the zombies cannot spawn in. They will spawn outside of the green marked area. So that's just nice to know where your bounds are. So now we can remove that again, and this is active, as you can see. So it's a safe place for us to sleep tonight, ideally. Right. Now let's go scavenging. Hold on. We actually need building blocks, wood blocks. How many can we? 40 wood blocks. That is better than building blocks because it's stronger. So let's craft 40 building blocks because we are definitely going to need it to reinforce our safe haven, if we want to call it that. So while that is crafting, and it's 19:43 p.m. so it is going to be dark pretty soon. Let's have a look and see what is down over here. Maybe let's get some more wood, because wood is something that we always going to need, because we can at the same time we can craft some wooden spikes to protect us. So let's go ahead and do that. Gather as much of the wood that is around here. I don't like seeing this. It obscures the vision perimeter. So this is a big tree. It's going to take a bit. I'm really surprised we have not encountered a zombie as yet, but for day one these are the steps I would recommend to complete the basics tasks and challenges. Gather as much material and resources as you can from where and around you spawn in the game. So that's very, very important. We are going to need to get some more feathers as well, because we are definitely going to need more stone arrows. And if we encounter any threats or zombies roaming around, we can't have 240 wood. Let's keep going. Hopefully later, as we progress, we will be able to craft, or lucky enough to find like chainsaws or axes that'll make our lives a lot easier. Right. I'm just going to gather as much wood as we can. Right, so let's drink some water. Just the one for now. Let's see, we are hungry as well, so let's have the ham sandwich. What that ham sandwich does do, you need to take note and just remember the red nose on the far right. It means that the zombies can smell you from 49 meters away, and that is due to the sandwich that we just ingested. So just be mindful of that as well, because these zombies, they can smell you. Is this the trader? No, it is not the trader. Okay, let's continue with the wood for now, because we do need to close up that hole, otherwise they are going to it's going to leave a opening, and a vulnerable opening, for the zombies to enter our safe haven. Well, let's just find out the luxury hotel. Right, let's see if we can go and close that hole. So that no one, see if we can get rid of this. Going to need to repair my hammer again. I can see the bottom left, but that's fine, we have enough stones that I'm able to do so, so that's fine. It literally takes one rock or one small stone to fix your stone axe. Right, so what we want to potentially do, let's see if we can smooth this out. And I'm being pedantic, but yeah, I don't like these odd shapes, so let's get rid of this so we can place a full square wooden block within it. Let's repair the hammer first. Right, let's keep going. Right, there we go, that's the one. Apologies, this does take some time. With 7 days to die, this survival, you need to have enough patience, because there's a lot of things that you need to check, that you need to do, challenges that needs completing. Let's place these blocks down. Let's do one there, one there. One there, there, and there. We ideally want to box ourselves in so that we are somewhat protected. If we do encounter any roaming zombies. Let's go. Just clear this one as well, and I know that's out of the way. We can have a smooth layer of wooden blocks. Otherwise we will not be able to place a block in this location. Right. Okay, let's see. One over there, one over there, over there, and one over there. That should be fine. Maybe just remove that as well, so you can place another block there. So for the wooden blocks, it's not the strongest of blocks at the moment. We unfortunately are unable to craft cobblestone blocks at this point, so the wooden blocks are the better option compared to the building blocks. The building blocks are a lot weaker. Takes one hit from a zombie and it is damaged to broken. So I would advise stick to the wooden blocks as a starting point. But as we do progress, we're going to be gathering clay and some more stones, small stones, so that we are able to then craft cobblestone. And once we have cobblestone, we will then be in a position to craft cobblestone blocks, which is ideally what we want. But for now, I think this is going to need to do. Let me just repair the hammer once again. It breaks so easily and quickly because it is only a level 1 hammer. But as we progress, we will get better tiered, better layered, better leveled weapons, as well as hammers, axes, and things like that. Right, so I think for added protection or added layer, because I really don't want them breaking through here or coming through here, and we do have 20 of these wooden blocks still left, I am inclined to close this off, to be quite honest. That should be fine. That one, and that one. Right. Should be fine. Right. So now we have that clear. What we can potentially also do is, since we do have wood, we can craft some wooden spike traps. So let's craft maybe 20 for now. I think that's all we do need. Or maybe 15. 58 seconds. Right, let's go. So what I want to do is, okay, let's remove this. This will give us paper, and paper is good because we will need it as we progress later in the game. Paper is needed for crafting shotgun shells. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place, because we won't be accessing this location or storage or this door, and we won't be using it for an entrance nor an exit. So I'd like to just block it off entirely and just make sure that nothing comes through from the outside inwards, because those wooden blocks we placed over here, they're not really stone or steel or iron, so they do have weakness. Any feral zombies that do come along and try and break in, it'll be very easy for them to damage, destroy it, and then gain access into our luxury hotel. So let's just close that off for now, and we have the 15 wood spikes. Place it on our belt, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place one there, and then that should be fine. Might need upstairs as well as a secondary layer. Yeah. Let's just reinforce that door as well. Don't need potato seed. There's a lot of things we can potentially get rid of in here. We don't need a wooden chair. It's wood that we could utilize again. So always make use of your surroundings, especially if you're not going to need it this early in the game. So we are thirsty, so let's drink some water in. We are definitely going to have a problem with water. We are hungry now as well. Right. Eat the tin food quickly. We don't need crushed sand. Let's eat the can of chili. Gives us 15 health, which is not too bad. I think let's leave this in front of this window. Yeah, I think let's do that. Let's see if we can't craft another door. Wooden door. We can place it here as well. We have a secondary door. Placing the door is one of the challenges as well, so that should be a challenge completed as well. Redeem and redeem. Challenge, redeem, rewards. Right, quest started. White River Citizen. Good job, survivor. You have proved to be capable with much potential. We have marked your map with the nearest White River outpost location. There you will find a trader where you can buy and sell goods and trade stories with one of our friendly citizens. Welcome aboard, Noah. Okay, nice enough, I suppose. We'll see how friendly the trader is, but let's have a look at the map. Pressing the M on the keyboard. So this is our location over here, and that is the White River citizens that we need to go and dig up the stash. I don't suppose it highlights where the trader is. Nope, does not. Okay, so we are going to need to venture in further towards that, and then hopefully the trader should be somewhere around here. Well, that's fine. That'll be for the morning's madness. Right. Don't need this. Any excess wood that's laying around, just salvage it because we're going to need the wood, as I've said before. Right. We definitely don't need these. Coal is good because we can use it for a fire. So let's see if we are able to craft a campfire. Let's go. Wooden blocks. Let's leave that for now. We have a campfire. Let's place a campfire over there. Challenge completed. Right, let's redeem all the ones we have completed so we can get some more perks. Redeem. That's the land claim block. We placed a bedroll down and crafted. Let's redeem that. We crafted a wooden door and we've placed it. Let's redeem that. We have also crafted a wooden storage crate and we have placed that as well. We can redeem that as well as the spikes. And then the campfire, of course. And then last but not least, use a magazine, which we have completed at least 3 thus far. Right. As you can see at the top right, we'll have a message to say journey to the settlement located 276 meters away. Follow the on-screen navigation icon and head towards the trader. Right, so here we go. So let's press tab again, then navigate to the skills. So as you progress, you complete challenges, you will be rewarded with certain skills points. The skill points can be used to spec into certain perks. You have perception perks, which is a combination of attribute perception, combat perks, general perception perks like animal tracker, the infiltrator, scavenging perks for treasure hunting, salvage operations, and then we have the strength skills, which is a compilation again, anything tied to strength, combat perks, boomstick, which is ideally shotgun, pommel Pete is for fighting, skull crusher, hammer, grand slam, wooden bat, and then pack mule, and this is where we want to focus early on in the game. So we have 4 skill points at this moment in time that we have gathered, achieved. We will select the pack mule and we will buy one, so it's 1 point thus far, right, which opens up storage space for us, which I will show you shortly. But what we want to do in order to enable the second one or any of the others further on, we do need to increase the attribute at the top. So at the moment we are weakling, ideal. Next, scrawny. So since we have three, and it costs one skill to up to level scrawny, so let's do that. And then go back to pack mule. We should now have the bag lady option open to us. So that increases. So with when we purchase the bag lady option skill, we'll basically carry an additional 3 more items without being encumbered. Increases the crafting speed of items from your inventory by 20%. Your pack has a 10% chance to ignore physical damage when you are hit. So this is quite useful. So let's go ahead and do that. Purchase that again. So now we have one skill point left. I think what I'm going to use that for, we do need agility. Agility is also very important. So at the moment, the next best thing to pack mule for storage is speed and agility, and that comes from parkour, which is this one. Unfortunately, at the moment, we are unable to purchase, buy any of the parkour skills due to not having enough available points. And the attribute agility is only at 1 at the moment. So let's go ahead and utilize at 1 point to go and purchase the fumbling, which will then enable the parkour over there. But we will need to gather more skill points for us to be able to can purchase the parkour skills, which will allow us to run faster as well as jump higher. So at the moment we should only be able to jump one box high. So as we progress and we spec into parkour and agility, we will then be able to can jump 2 to 3 wooden boxes high, which is a good thing. Alright, so that's that. So I think for now hopefully that was useful to you all or anybody watching this, as an introduction to what to do on your first day or surviving the first day of 7 days to die. Now bear in mind, not everybody's first day or day 1 in 7 days to die will always be the same. It's never going to be the same. As we've seen, we did not encounter any zombies as such. We focus mainly on getting the key core materials that we do need to secure a building structure to prepare for us to have a safe haven for the night. So now we have that at least. So I think for now that is day 1, which we've covered, and we have survived. So we adhered to the 2 most important steps, and that we needed to achieve, which is step 1, survive, step 2, also survive. So hopefully you'll tune in again as we cover day 2 and as we progress further, which I will be engaging shortly. So hopefully I look forward to catching you all again, and please, hit the like and subscribe buttons if you do like this my content. um, I'll really appreciate that. So thank you. See you on the next video. Goodbye.